The White House says the military aid the U.S. is providing, to Ukraine is enabling critical success on the battlefield. So far, the U.S. has committed more than $1.7 billion in military assistance to Ukraine, including thousands of Stinger missiles, Javelin rocket launches, and hundreds of Switchblade drones. Let's bring in White House correspondent Mary Alice Parks for more on this. Mary Alice, the White House says that they're working with allies to identify more weapon systems to try to help Ukraine, including some longer-range anti-aircraft systems that President Zelensky actually requested. So how's that process playing out right now?
Yeah, Diane, this is a delicate dance the White House is trying to play. They're trying to respond to the request from President Zelensky. He has been very public and forward, asking for specific weaponry, this large weaponry like you just mentioned. But they're trying to work with allies to make sure that the allies feel comfortable with them supplying such big weapon systems to Ukraine, and this delicate dance of not provoking Russia. That has been so much of the concern from this White House, is getting both the supplies to Ukraine that it needs, that it's making a difference. Obviously, they're moving weapons very quickly, like you said, $1.7 billion in weaponry since this war began. But they're also trying to be careful and thread this line, thread this needle, where they're not supplying something that Russia is going to see as an escalation. Diane.
Now, the State Department, Mary Alice, they announced more sanctions on Russian entities, including a shipbuilding company and a state-owned diamond mining company. What impact could that have, and what are the next steps?
Yeah, this is interesting. There's a new statement out from the Secretary of State that said specifically that diamond mining company is controlled by the Russian government. And the State Department says that the proceeds have specifically helped to finance the Russian government's war and the atrocities against Ukraine. The State Department is saying that they are sort of rolling out these sanctions because they're hoping that they will reinforce each other and intensify over time. They want to be able to show that they have the capability to continue to step up sanctions, that there are more sanctions still to come, that there's more they can do. But it's not clear that any of this is going to make an impact immediately. And the State Department seems to be acknowledging that. They're trying to sort of say that they have an ability to put pressure over time, but this is not something where one sanction is going to suddenly change the course of this war. Unless they find a way to continue to target or really step up targeting Russia's oil and gas. That continues to be the main conversation between the United States and European allies, because the oil and gas money flowing back into Russia is really the only thing that could, at this point, seems like change the tide.
And meanwhile, Mary Alice, the White House is celebrating the historic confirmation of Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. President Biden is set to give remarks on that confirmation later today. What do you expect to hear from him?
Yeah, clearly the White House wants to take a moment to relish in this historic confirmation. President Biden had said for so long that this was just too long coming, that the United States had needed a Supreme Court that looked more like the country. And so the White House wants to take a beat here to celebrate this big win. They've invited justices from the Supreme Court, cabinet members, Democratic leadership, several members of the Black Caucus. I think that it's important to note, too, the president is hoping to remind people about this because he knows that her nomination and her confirmation was incredibly popular. Poll after poll has shown that Americans were excited about this nomination, and so clearly they want to take a moment to celebrate.
And so what key cases will Jackson be hearing in her first session when you look at what's on the docket for the Supreme Court?
Yeah, it's going to be a packed docket, and we're only learning more and more about it. Plenty of political hot button political issues as well. Things like environmental regulations, clean water, death penalty cases. There's a big case next fall that deals with affirmative action. And actually on that one, Judge Jackson said specifically that she would not participate. This was interesting. She said that ahead of time because she has close ties to Harvard, which is one of the schools being challenged in that case, Harvard along with UNC. So she sort of preemptively saying that she will remove herself from that case. But you can imagine there are going to be plenty of other big issues that she will be asked to weigh in on.
All right, Mary Alice Parks in Washington. Thank you, Mary Alice.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.